Hello, dear students. How are you? I wish all of you will be healthy and safe. So, students, your topic shorting is going on. In the previous video, I told you about the bubble short. So, in this video, you will learn another shorting technique, that is insertion short. Okay. So, what is insertion short? So, in this technique, elements are compared with each other sequentially. Means you have to compare each element one by one and then arrange simultaneously in some particular order, either in ascending order or descending order. So it is same as we arrange the deck on cards. As you arrange the cards, जैसे आप ताश की गड्डी में अपने cards को arrange करते हो, it is similar. So this short works on the principle of inserting an element at a particular position, hence name insertion short. By example, you will learn about it more. So what is the algorithm? To sort and list of size of n in ascending order. Suppose your list has n items. Okay, so you will iterate from list. You will start iterate from first position to the last position. Okay, over the list and compare the current key element. So first of all, you will select the key element and you will compare your key element to its predecessors one by one. Okay, if your key element is smaller than its predecessor, if the selected element is smaller than its previous position, then compared to its element before, then you will compare your key element to the next predecessor number. If your key element is smaller than also, then you will compare the element to the next predecessor and you will go till you will not get the elements greater than to the key element. Okay, greater for to make the space, so move the greater elements one position up to make a space for the swapped element. So the greater element will move up to the position up. Okay, let's take the example. Suppose you have this list. Okay, so you will start iteration from list 1 and you will start your key element will be this. So compare your 3 is smaller than its predecessor, its previous position. Yes, so in this case, and your index number is 0, so the proper position of 3 is this. So 3 will be, now 4 will be shifted here and your key element 3 will be shifted here. Okay, so next key element will be 2. So 2 is smaller than 4. Yes, then 4 and 2 is smaller than 3. Yes, then now 2 will be shifted here and all the elements will be moved to the one position up. 4 will be shifted here and 3 will be shifted here and 2 will be shifted here. Okay, so next key element is 10. So 10 is smaller than 4. No, so no swapping will be done here. Okay, now 12, next key element will be 12. So 12 is greater than 10. Yes, so in this case no swapping will be done. Okay, now so next key element is 1. So now compare 1, it is smaller than 12. Yes, smaller than 10. Yes, smaller than 4. Yes, smaller than 3. Yes, smaller than 2. Yes, and this is the last index number. So now position for 1 will be here and all the elements will be shifted right side or one position up. Okay, so next key element is 5. So 5 is smaller than 12. Yes, 5 is smaller than 10. Yes, but 5 is smaller than 4. No, so this is the proper position. Here 12 will be shifted here, 10 will be shifted and 10 will be shifted here in this position. Okay, so now next key element is 6. Now 6 is smaller than 12. Yes, 6 is smaller than 10. Yes, now 6 is smaller than 5. No, so in this case the 6 will be shifted here and all these greater element will be shifted right side one by one, and this is the insertion short technique. Okay, let's take another example to get more about insertion short. Let's see. So now in this example you have another list. So these are your elements and these are your index number. Okay, so you will start first, you will assume that the number on 0th index is in on proper position. Okay, so you will start from first index. Okay, so first of all you will select this your first index number is your key element. Okay, so now your key element will be 52. Okay, now compare 52 to its predecessor. So what is the predecessor of 52? That is 89. So 52 is less than 89. Yes. And before it you have no element. So this is the proper position. Now this element will be shifted here and the 52 will be shifted here. Okay. So next key element will be 63. So your key element is 63. Now compare 63 to 89. So 63 is less than 89. Yes. So 89 will be shifted here. Okay. Now 63 is smaller than 52. No. So now you have the space. This 63 will be inserted in between 52 or and 89. Okay. So next key element is 11. This is a key element. Now compare. 11 is less than 89. Yes. So in this case, 11 will be shifted here. And 11 is less than 63. Yes. 63 will be shifted here. And 11 is less than 52. Yes. And 52 will be shifted here. And before it, you have no element. So this is the proper position. So now shift 11 will be shifted here. Okay. So next key element is 13. Okay. Now compare. 13 is smaller than 89. Yes. Now 89 will be shifted here. 13 is less than 63. So shift 63 to right position. 13 is smaller than 52. Yes. Now 52 will be shifted here. And 13 is smaller than 11. No. So this is the proper position for 13. Now 13 will be shifted here. Okay. So next key element is 10. So compare 10. 10 is smaller than 89. Yes. 89 will be shifted here. 10 is smaller than 63. Yes. 63 will be shifted here. 10 is smaller than 52. Yes. The 52 will be shifted here. 10 is smaller than 13. Yes. 13 will be shifted here. And 10 is smaller than 11. No. So this is the proper position for 10. Now shift 10 to this position. Okay. So the last key element is that is 68. Sorry. See. Wait. Now 68 is smaller than 89. Yes. 89 will be shifted here. And 68 is greater than smaller than 63. No. So now proper position of 68 is fifth index. Okay. So this is about the insertion sort. So insertion sort technique, the key element is inserted in between two elements. Okay. So let's move to the program. You learn how to create the program. So now you will learn how to create the program for insertion sort. Okay. So first you will try to make the function for insertion sort. This is your function definition. Okay. So what you have to do, first of all, use def keyword and write down the function name, that is insertion sort. And what will be your parameter? Your parameter will be your list of elements. Okay. After that, first of all, you will count the number of elements. You will find out the length of the list. Okay. For this, you will use the len functions. N equals to len of your list. Okay. So it will return the number of elements of your list. After that, you will use the for loop for count the passes. To count the passes, you will use for loop. It will for I in range, and you will start it not from 0, it will start from 1. Okay, to end of the list. Okay, why I am taking 1 here? Because your iteration is starting from index number 1. That's why I am initially I am taking I equals to 1 here. Okay. Now it's time to set the key element. First of all, key equals to the element on your first index number. So your first index, your index will be start from I. So that's why I'm taking here I. Okay. Now j, another variable to check the previous position element, that will be j equals to I minus 1. Okay. This is your key element. This is your key element, and you have to compare this element to the previous position element. That's why I am taking j equals to I minus 1. Okay, now you will check. Now you will check the element and the position also. So first of all, you check while j is greater than equals to 0 and your key element must be less than list jth position element, that is previous element. Okay, what is why I am taking j for the previous position element? So now I am comparing my key element to the previous position element. Okay, it will check the position. Okay, and it will check that your key element is smaller than to the previous position element. If both conditions are true, so in this case your greater element will be shifted to right side. So that's why I will use list j plus 1 equals to list. Sorry, you have to use the underscore sign also, because my list name is underscore list. Okay, underscore list, and that will be j. What I am doing here, I am shifting your left position element to right side. So j plus 1 is the right position and j is the left position. So left position element will be shifted to right position element. Okay. After that, you will move to the previous position again. If your key element is smaller than j, yes, in this case j equal to j minus, you have to move to the previous position again. Okay, you are comparing the element one by one to the previous position. That's why I am taking j equal to j minus 1. Okay, after completing this while loop, if your position is not greater than 0, okay, then in this case it will break the loop. If your key element is not less than the previous element, in this case it will break the loop. Okay, so after completing this loop, you will find the proper position for key elements. So shift your element to the proper position. That will be list j plus 1 equals to key element. So j plus 1 will be your proper position and you will shift your key element to that proper position. Okay, students. So this is the function of insertion sort. Okay, now time to run this function, calling the function. So to call this function, first of all, take a list. So in your list, you have elements like this. Okay. So this is your list. Now call the function insertion sort and passing parameter is your list. Okay. After calling this function, this is the calling of function. After calling the function, your list is in sorted form. Okay, this is your unsorted list. Whenever you call this function and you pass your list is will be in sorted order. Okay, as you call this function, so these instructions will be executed. So after this execution, your list will be in sorted order. Okay, now check. So now you go print my list is minus. Okay, now run your program. Now you can see your list is in sorted order. Okay, students, so this is about the insertion sort. So watch this video again and again to know more about insertion sort. It's very important. Okay, so in the next video you will learn another sorting technique, that is selection sort. Okay, thank you, students. Have a nice day. Be healthy, be safe.